I'm Randy Schwantz, author of Grit, How to Find, Hire, and Develop Real Producers. What's a real producer? Well, a real producer is a producer that will prospect, sell, and retain, and they'll grow $1 million book of business. And so here's my question for you. When you get ready to hire a brand new producer, here's the question I think you got to ask yourself and your partners, anybody involved in it. Is there enough evidence to convict them of being a producer? Think about this. You throw somebody in jail, and now they're in court. You know, you got the lawyer that's trying to get them in jail. You got the lawyers trying to defend them. And of course, the lawyer that says this guy should be in jail, he's presenting all this evidence. The other guy's presenting all this counter evidence. So evidence is a big deal. Is there enough evidence to convict this guy of being a real producer? What does that mean? That means, can you find enough evidence that they'd be great at prospecting? If not, don't hire them. Can you find enough evidence that they've got the skills to be a great salesperson? If not, don't hire them. Can you find enough evidence to say that they got the great skills of being great at retaining business and growing a book? If not, don't hire them. So, is there enough evidence that you could convict this guy of being a real producer? Let's break it down. If not, then you work with these people. I've worked a lot of them, that they work off of some sort of kind of gut feel. It's almost like being a clairvoyant. What is that? A person who claims to have a supernatural ability to perceive events in the future and beyond normal sensory contact. What does that mean? What does it mean in relationship to this? That they're projecting that this person's going to build the cell. They're projecting into the future. They're using something other than normal sensory, that they got this kind of supernatural ability to look into this guy's eyes and determine what he's all about. And look, I'm just telling you, I don't believe you can do it. I know there's a guy that's a friend of mine that says he can hire a producer and know within a second will be a great producer. Now, frankly, I call bull crap on that. But if you want to do it that way, that's your choice. I got another friend that says every mistake he makes costs $250,000. In fact, I got a lot of friends that tell me that. So is it important to really determine, can this producer prospect, sell, and retain, and do you not want evidence rather than just some sort of clairvoyant sort of feel? Let's check this next one out, an intuitive. I met a lady one time, she said it was an intuitive. And I said, what is that? And so here it goes. Using or based on what one feels to be true, even without conscious reasoning. It's instinctive. Once again, I look at that producer, I talk to that producer, and I say that producer can produce. Well, I'm telling you, I don't think it's enough. I think you got to have evidence. And even look at the words. Based on what one feels to be true, even without conscious reasoning. Conscious reason to me is, I want to stack up the evidence that this guy can produce. If not, don't hire them. Well, some people are just fortune tellers. I'm going to move on beyond that. So now we're coming down, what is evidence? It's the available body of facts or information indicating whether a belief or proposition is true or valid. So what's the belief? The belief is this person can produce. You know, what's the body of information or facts that indicate that? And that's where it gets interesting. So I believe that unless you put them through a number of exercises to determine if they're smart, exercises to determine can they deal with rejection, exercises to determine, which takes time, are they resilient, exercise to determine are they good at relationship, are they coachable. Unless you put them through exercises and view it with your own eyes and see the results of those exercises, how would you know? How would you know? How would you have enough evidence to convict them of being a producer, someone who can prospect, sell, and retain? If you're tired of making hiring mistakes, if you're tired of throwing $250,000 to the wind every once in a while, and you want to improve your hiring process, the number one biggest tip I can give you is you've got to have evidence. And of course, I'm going to help you find a lot of ways to be able to determine that. All right. Man, I appreciate you coming to our little video here. Thank you.